My name is Tina, and my group mate is Wendy, and this is our group project number 2 for English 126. So today we will analyze William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night through a feminist criticism lens. Twelfth Night is often remembered as a romantic comedy about mistaken identities, disguises, and complicated relationships. However, when we examine the play through feminist criticism, we can see important ideas about women's power, freedom, and social limitations. Our research question is, how does Twelfth Night challenge traditional gender expectations for women? We argue that Shakespeare presents women as intelligent and independent characters, but he also shows that they live in a society where men have more power and opportunities than women. Before analyzing the play, it's important to understand what feminist criticism is. So, feminist criticism focuses on how women are represented in literature and how power is distributed between men and women. This approach asks questions such as, do female characters have freedom, or can they make their own decisions, or are they treated equally? So by using this lens, it helps us better understand the experience of Viola and Olivia and challenges they faced throughout the play.
One of the most important moments in the play occurs when Viola says, "Conceal me what I am." After surviving a sharp wreck, Viola decides to disguise herself as a young man named Cesario. From the feminine perspective, this decision is significant because it suggests that being a woman limits her opportunities. Viola believes she will be safer and have more freedom if people think she is a man. Instead of succeeding as herself, she must hide her identity in order to gain access to opportunities. This quote reveals an unequal power structure between men and women. Viola later says, "I'll serve this duke." As Cesario, Viola quickly gains Orsino's trust and becomes one of his closest attendants. This is important because she received respect, influence, and opportunity that would likely be unavailable to her as a woman. Notice that Viola herself has not changed. She is just the same intelligent and capable person. The only thing that has changed is how society sees her. This suggests that men are given more authority and freedom simply because they are male. Another important quote is, "Were I Wu, myself would be his wife." At this point, Viola has fallen in love with Orsino. However, because she is disguised as Cesario, she cannot reveal her true feelings. This quote highlights the emotional cost of her disguise. Although she gains power and freedom as a man, she loses the ability and honestly express who she is. Shakespeare shows that women often face difficult choices between freedom and authenticity. Now let's look at Olivia. Unlike many female characters in Shakespeare's time, Olivia refuses to marry simply because a powerful man wants her. She rejects Orsino's repeated attempt to court her and insists on making her own decisions. From a feminist perspective, Olivia demonstrates independence and agency. She does not allow man authority to control her future. This makes her one of the strongest female characters in the play. Olivia later says, "Even so quickly may one catch the plague." This quote shows her surprise after falling in love with Cesario. What makes this moment important is that Olivia takes action. Instead of waiting for a man to pursue her, she actively expresses her feeling. Traditionally, women were expected to be passive in romantic relationships. Olivia challenged this expectation by taking control of her own love life. Olivia also demonstrates her independence when she refused Orsino. "I cannot love him." This statement may seem simple, but it is powerful. Rather than accepting a marriage proposal because it is socially expected, Olivia makes her own choice. She values her personal feeling over social pressure. This shows that Shakespeare presents women as capable of independent thought and decision-making. Although Viola and Olivia are strong female characters, Shakespeare also shows the limit of female power. Olivia needs to disguise herself as a man in order to gain opportunities. Olivia has wealth and social status, but she is still expected to marry and follow traditional social rules. These examples remind us that women still face restriction in the society.
A feminist lens helps us notice ideas that we might otherwise overlook. Instead of focusing only on romance and comedy, we begin to see questions about power, gender, inequality, and social expectations. We see how Viola's success depends on appearing male. We see how Olivia's independence challenged traditional gender roles. And combined together, these examples reveal deeper meanings within the play. Finally, to answer our research question, Twelfth Night challenges traditional gender expectations by presenting women who think independently and make important choices. Through Viola and Olivia, Shakespeare shows that women can be intelligent, capable, and influential. However, he also demonstrates that society often limits women's opportunities and freedom. This tension between independence and restriction is what makes the play so interesting from a feminist perspective. So yeah, this is the end of our group project about 12th Night of William Shakespeare in feminist criticism lens. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you for listening to us. We hope this feminist interpretation has helped you see 12th Night in a new way and clearly understand the experience of Viola and Olivia more deeply.